Studio 5. Look who's here. It's Sarah. Thanks for being here. Yeah.
I know.
Brooke's taking a couple days off, running around, doing some fun stuff, and we're glad you could stop in.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here, especially because there's food in the kitchen. And once again, I did not eat a breakfast.
We'll fill you up here in a couple of minutes here. I have a question for you. How much time do you think you spend on the cell phone and the computer combined in a day?
I'm actually scared to add it up. Between work and trying to set up plans with friends and keeping in touch with family, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
what about you with all your kids?
Well, yeah, and when you're at work, too, because you got the computer in front of you the whole time. So that's like 8, 9, 10 hours right there. And then you get home, and you got the computer, and you got the cell phone, and all that kind of stuff. It adds up in a big hurry. So here's a bigger question. Is your relationship with your technology ruining your relationship with your partner or spouse? Is the time spent on the computer killing that couple connection? If so, you might want to try the digital diet.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Studio 5 relationship coach Matt Townsend is here with 4 ways to cut your connection.
Not to your spouse.
To your BlackBerry, to your iPhone.
All this junk.
You know, it's supposed to make us connected more. You know, you can be in touch better that way, but it doesn't work.
Well, no, and here's the interesting thing. The research shows that you actually get a dopamine push every time you go check your emails. Every time you get a little buzz on the BlackBerry, you get an adrenaline or a dopamine high.
And if you go to check your email and nothing's there, do you crash?
Well, then you get depressed, and then you have other problems.
But it's so true, because if you get a little email, it's like, oh, there's like a little present. There's a little something waiting for you. And the thought of going there to find that gets you excited.
And that's the high. See, so we literally are becoming addicted to it. Now, we used to only get that high once a day, when we wait for the postal worker to deliver something to the house. Now we can get it like 15, 20. There are people that are checking their emails 80 times a day.
Jeez.
So
there's some people that check it. Yeah.
Matt's going to sit down with you after.
We need to work with you, my friend. We need to work with you. But it's really a big deal. Some people are actually checking their email every time one comes. So they're constantly, think about this now. Now all of a sudden you're now being led by the interruptions of life. So when the interruptions are leading you, you can't lead your relationships. We have 4 keys to the diet. Okay. Now this is just like any other diet in the world. First key is you need to set a goal to slow the techno flow.
Easy to remember.
I don't know what it means, but it sounds good.
Slow the techno flow. You've got to have a goal that says, all right, I have got to intentionally choose to cut back some area of my technology. And so if you know that you're using Facebook too much, now, again, how do we know it's too much? What's too much?
Is it when you obviously are draining from other things you should be spending the time on?
When all of a sudden other relationships are starting to suffer, or when you're starting to twitch, have nervous itches, or other reactions like that.
People become addicted to their phones, and you actually feel phantom vibrations.
That's right. I
would say that's a
all
key.
night long. I'm feeling this BlackBerry on my hip. But you know what? It's a very real. Think of that. We're now becoming pawns in our own lives, where all this technology matters to us. So you have to intentionally say to yourself, I'm done with that. I'm going to choose one of the devices that's most influencing me: email, Facebook, cell phones, and I'm going to intentionally slow that down. So your challenge is choose the one. What's the one thing? I call it the 80-20. What's the one little thing that'll produce 80% of the results in your life? Is it a cell phone? What is it? Choose the goal. Just like I need to lose weight. You got to make the decision. I'm going to go out and do it. Now, the second key.
Can I ask? You say slow. Do you set some quantifiable thing, or you just cut down the?
So think about it. If you would just cut down a certain percentage of your biggest use, then you're going to have the benefit. I think, by the way, naturally, we've talked forever on the show about improving and increasing the relationships. I think if you would just remove the technology, a lot of times the relationships will naturally fill in.
Okay, but here's the question I have. So you make this vow. You're like a dieter. You're not gonna eat the cookies anymore. Yeah. But they're in the closet. They're so close. The phone's right there.
Rule number 2.
Your spouse went to the bathroom. Nobody's gonna notice if you just check it.
I know people that go to the bathroom to check it. Is that you? I've heard all about you, Sarah. Why'd you go to the bathroom for 4 hours, Sarah? You come out with all your emails, and it's kind of weird. And you take a printer in. So the second rule is you got to minimize temptation. So once you're on the diet, you got to start kicking out the temptations. One idea for minimizing temptations is I would literally choose a time every day that you're going to go on a holiday, blackout time, where we're like, if it's a cell phone, you might say every day at 7 o'clock, cell phone goes off. Have you ever been sitting there and all of a sudden you see your phone just start flashing?
Yeah.
You ever done that when you were talking to somebody and you were dying to know who's on the line?
Yeah.
And you can't do it, and it interrupts the relationship. So the rule is minimize the temptation. So whatever the temptation is, if it's being on Facebook a long time, set a rule, set some way that we're only going to check it at this time. Other than that, there are no temptations. It's turned off, or I would even turn your computer all the way off. My computer takes 2 hours to boot up, so if I turn mine off, it's never going to come on again. So minimize the temptations, go eliminate it. Your challenge then is, now that you're in the diet, go figure out what's the biggest thing that tempts you. Is it your cell phone ringing? If it is, find time specifically where you'll turn it all the way off. Okay? The third one is to involve other people. Like any good diet, when you involve other people, when I have someone else like my wife saying, I thought you were on a diet, all of a sudden it gives me more energy.
Or like a workout buddy or something like that. Someone who's going to hold you to it.
Yeah, and then the key to this is involve them in the issue. I found in anything I do, when I tell other people I'm going to do it, they start watching me and hold me accountable. I don't have as much integrity with myself, but I do with them.
I've noticed that, yeah.
Yeah, have you noticed
cheat,
that?
But you don't want
I'll cheat all day long. That's right, but if anyone catches me, I don't want to do it. So one key, involve other people and let other people be part of the team. Involve them, ask them to help you, tell them specifically what technology you're trying to cut back and make them cut back. And then last but not least is enjoy the benefits. One of the keys, I think, to any diet is sometimes we're so worried about just losing the weight that we're not enjoying the benefit of the loss of weight. When we lose the technology, things are going to start filling in between. Relationships, family time, just all of a sudden connection to people. You're going to maybe start reading a book. You're maybe going to start growing, developing, being educated in different ways. So the rule is start making a list. Every day identify 1 or 2 things that you were able to accomplish because the technology wasn't there.
Oh, so instant reward. You can see actually on the paper the things.
There's the benefit. And part of that forces you to start identifying the good. And once you start seeing that there's good to not having some of this technology and great benefits, you'll start to do more of it.
Have you noticed those benefits? Have you done this?
Never.
Technology?
Never I actually don't use a lot of technology.
Oh, okay. So you didn't have the problem to begin with.
I never did. But I like peanut butter, so I have peanut butter addictions that I've been working on a lot. And I've seen a lot of benefits since I got off of peanut butter.
So every day for an hour you stay away from the peanut butter.
I actually, and you know what else? We talked on the show that you can use the technology to improve a relationship, but there's nothing better than just one-on-one with a relationship, especially if it's healthy. Sometimes it's not healthy.
Matt's always full of something. And in this case, full of peanut butter.
That's right.
He's also got a bunch of great ideas you always share on date nights.
Yes, tonight. Friday the 13th, 7 o'clock tonight at Noah's in South Jordan. We have a date night. The date nights are tons of fun. If you and your relationship need a spark, come tonight. Dial 801-747-2121. Call us. It's $35. Give you a little treat, and you get to hang out and have lots of fun.
And you got to turn off the cell phone.
And I will make you turn off your cell phone.
All right.
Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.
Well, still ahead.